I'm a board-certified physician in internal medicine, but I'm also certified as a physician nutrition specialist and a obesity medicine specialist. So my practice is essentially treating common medical conditions through diet, lifestyle, and pharmacotherapy to address the excess weight, to address the obesity.
I did see a doctor at one time where there were some medications that were given when I was on a nutritional weight loss program. They were successful, but I still had some difficulty.
For many years, there's been a gap in our treatment options for obese patients. On one end of the spectrum, there's diet and lifestyle, which we counsel everyone on, regardless of whether they use medications or surgery for weight loss. At the other end of the spectrum is weight loss surgery. But there was really not much in between by way of medications. In addition to that, we've had some historical issues with weight loss medication in that there was this fen-phen fiasco, for example, where people were actually being harmed by weight loss medication. And that really left a bad taste in the mouth of practitioners as well as the general public in seeking medication for weight loss.
I did the fen-phen for a couple of months. Oh my God, my first month I lost 17 pounds and I didn't want to eat. And then they took it off the market.
Earlier in the 60s, 70s, even early 80s, they were given speed, whether it's dexedrine, phentermine, fen-phen and so forth, and all of these kinds of things, which also gave the child the idea of something is wrong with you, here's a medication, we have to fix you, you're sick.
I can remember when I was in beauty school, I would keep passing out in school. And I would go back to the doctor and say, gee, I'm passing out. At that point, I was weighing 119 pounds and I'm passing out. And I'd say, why am I passing out? And he'll say, oh, you're not eating enough. And he would adjust my diet pills, which would make me pass out more. So I really got caught into that diet pill syndrome, which went through my 20s and 30s.
I consider prescription medications to be an adjunct to the treatment of obesity. I see a lot of patients successful with Qsymia, phentermine. These are FDA-approved medications.
So what some of these medications do alter the way these neurochemicals or hormones behave in affecting the appetite centers in the brain. So it's in essence tricking the brain to not feel hunger or to feel satiety as a result of these medications.
In terms of a drug like Qsymia, when patients are taking that and it's working for them, what they say is the urge to eat is dulled, it's diminished, it takes the edge off. So I think that could make a difference, especially in the early phases, as their appetite may be stronger as they're starting to scale back on what they're eating.
So it depends on the type of medication, but invariably all medications have side effects, and that's an important issue. Some of the medications are stimulating or stimulatory, so side effects can include agitation, anxiety, insomnia, rises in blood pressure. Usually these side effects are self-limiting, meaning that for the most part, people feel them at the outset for several days and then they kind of mitigate over time.
For 2 weeks, medications were a process. Tell you the truth, I can't remember the name of it. I took it for 2 weeks. It gave me palpitations in the chest and I stopped taking it.
I can't remember the name. I think it was Topamax or something. It helped some at least, whether it really did something to me or just placebo-wise did something to me. I did do that some leading up to my surgery.
But fortunately, the landscape has changed somewhat in the last several years, and we do have at our disposal more medications to help treat patients with obesity. There are several different classes of weight loss medications, and for the most part, they either affect neurotransmitters in the brain that affect hunger cues or satiety, or they affect gut hormones that are released and signal the brain, again, in regards to satiety. We don't have many, but we do have more than what we've had before. And there are also many more in the pipeline.